Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Wisdom Exchange number 11. And today we're going to do a meditative practice from internal family systems therapy that uses sort of these components. And so you'll get to connect to your attention and parts inside. And if you're able to repeat this every day for about 30 days, then hopefully you can get that connection and feel a bit more familiar with your attention. So, we're going to start today with the fundamental recognition that our attention is a fundamental building block of our mind. And when we can connect to that and understand that and use that to go inside to the different parts, we can start to understand ourselves better, de-stress more, and also focus more. So let's just get started then. I'm going to just start with putting your hand over your chest or your heart area and your other hand on your stomach. And what you can do is you can close your eyes and you can take a deep breath in, inhaling, and a deep breath out. And then we're going to do this again, but this time notice whether your hand on your chest expands more or your hand on your stomach expands more. So we're going to take a deep inhale again and exhale. So if you find that your hand on your chest expanded more, that's associated with more shallow breathing, associated with more anxiety. And that's okay when we're maybe doing some sports or we're in certain situations. However, if your hand expanded more on your stomach area, this is associated with belly breathing or deep diaphragmatic breathing, where your diaphragm is pulling down the air and your stomach is expanding more. And that's associated with going into your autonomous nervous system more in a state of calm and focus. So we'll try to use that as an anchor today as we try this attentive and then meditative exercise. So keep that in mind as we do this exercise. So I've got a nice picture here to share the screen. So hopefully you can see that image. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just take our mind into that more natural state, into a more slower state of being, and notice actually where our mind position is at, and notice where our attention is at. And you can watch this video as much times as you like to keep practicing. So we're going to start with an attentive exercise, and then we're going to slip into a meditative exercise. So feel free to close your eyes now and let your hands drop either to your legs or the side of your legs, and come to the edge of your chair with your back straight, with your feet touching the ground or cross-legged, and just allowing your back to be straight so you're in a receptive and attentive position. So you're not slouching, but you are here attentive to the inside and outside world. And now just taking a few seconds to check in with your attention, and just give yourself a number from 1 to 10 how you are feeling in terms of emotions and thoughts inside your head and body. Just give yourself a number. And now, connecting with your breath and attention, where your attention is with your hearing, bringing it to the closest sounds you can hear. Not attaching to any sounds in particular, but just allowing your attention to connect to your sense of hearing. and just noticing where your attention is, and then how you're observing your attention and where each sound is. And then letting your attention run all the way out to the far reaches and just seeing where you can hear sounds at the farthest reaches of your hearing. And again, not holding on to any sounds in particular or getting caught up, but just noticing how these sounds are entering your field of perception and awareness. And just allowing any thoughts or feelings that arise during this period just to be. And again, noticing where your attention is inside in relation to those sounds. And just bringing now your attention back to center. And now bringing your attention into your body, where your feet may be touching the floor, or your body may be touching where you're sitting, and the clothes that are touching your body, making the unconscious conscious. So any stresses in your shoulders, jaw, or clenched hands, bringing the awareness and attention inside the body. And noticing how that feels with your breath as well, as your attention travels up through your body. And just noticing how the quality of attention put increases your perception. And again, bringing your attention back to center, and now to the sense of smell, taking a deep breath in and noticing how your sense of smell is and how giving attention to your sense of smell increases your perception and focus and awareness of what you are receiving. And the quality of what you experience depends on the attention that you give it. And again, not worrying if any thoughts or feelings arise between you and your attention, for just allowing them to be and noticing where your attention is in relation to what you're perceiving. And just allowing yourself to slow down and giving yourself that permission. And then bringing your sense of awareness now to your sense of taste. Just noticing, like we did with the sense of smell, not holding to anything in particular, just a sense of taste. Noticing where your attention is in relation to your perception. And just being with your attention. And then Gently open your eyes, looking at the ground or the table or whatever's in front of you, even this picture, and just not taking any colors or not taking any labels into account, but just allowing any shapes and forms to enter your visual field and awareness, but not labeling anything in particular, just allowing it to be and noticing how your attention is connecting and perceiving anything that enters your eyes. Just gently and passively allowing you to receive the outside world into the inside world, into your attention without having to label anything. And just appreciating any simplicity and beauty in your environment. And then, when you're ready, you can close your eyes again. And now just connecting to your attention. And again, checking in from a number from 1 to 10, how you're feeling and where you're at. And now slipping in from the outside world, the external world, from attentive exercise into an inner world, meditative exercise, checking into your thoughts and emotions. Where are they right now? Bringing forward a part, any thoughts and emotions linked to it that may be more driving in nature. For example, any thoughts like I should be doing this right now, or I should be doing that right now, or I shouldn't be doing that, or they shouldn't be doing this. Any critical thoughts or feelings associated with it, just allowing them to rest and holding them in a space of curiosity and compassion. And just noticing where these thoughts and feelings of this part is in relation to your attention. And just seeing if you can increase the distance and not being identified with this part. And just letting it go in a space of gratefulness. And then now recentering and bringing a part that may be more avoidant or impulsive in nature. So maybe it wants to check something very quickly. Maybe it wants to avoid something. Maybe it's a nagging emotion to distract. Maybe check a phone, check an email or message, and not being quite in the present. But just allowing again that thought or emotion and that part, and any things that come up associated with it, allowing it just to be, and again, not being identified, but holding it in a space of curiosity and compassion. And if any thoughts and feelings arise, just allowing them to be, as we hold this part in a space of gratefulness and letting that go as well and connecting to our attention again. And then finally, a third part, inviting any thoughts or feelings that may be a bit more anxious in nature. Could be feeling distressed, maybe feeling a bit trapped or powerless, or just a bit uneasy. Not feeling settled, and just again holding it in a space of curiosity and compassion, and not being identified with the part, but just watching it from your attention with some distance. And holding this part in a space of gratefulness. And coming back to center, and now all the parts we visited, just holding them all in a space of curiosity and compassion and gratefulness. And as we let them go, just realizing where your attention is inside of you. Noticing how you're observing your attention and just resting within yourself. Noticing where yourself is, where your attention is, and any thoughts and feelings that are arising. And so we'll just pause here for a few seconds as we just sit within ourself. And as we notice where our attention is, now just visualizing and simulating how our attention flows into any conversations we have with our friends or families with the same attention and groundedness we have now. And again, the same attention into any tasks that may be doing at work or at home. And with the same attention, focus to our hobbies and interests. And just allowing yourself to rest in that attention. And then, whenever you're ready, feel free to gently open your eyes, wiggle your hands and your feet, and come back to the present moment, grounded in your attention. And take a deep breath in and out. So feel free to repeat that, everybody. For as long as you want, you can revisit this video just to keep connecting to that attention and focus whenever your mind gets busy. And so you can let that flow into your life as you begin to practice that into your outside life, but also getting familiar and connecting to your inside life. So I hope you find that useful, and take care, everybody, and have a fantastic and mindful day ahead. Bye, everybody.